twists and turns through life, and I know it does the same for all of us when we embrace its principles. So welcome today, and we're going to learn more about that.
We are. And before we start anything, I love gratitude. So
Yes.
everybody that filled in last week, as Rita and I went on a very sudden adventure, I just want to say thank you to Diane,
Reverend
and Roseanne,
Diane,
and everybody that
Roseanne.
jumped in, everybody, and just give them all
Peggy,
a
everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you. We couldn't do it without our community. Thank
That's
you
right.
so much. Yeah.
So we'll find out more about that adventure, I'm sure, in the messages here today. But I would like to say, if there's anyone new here, you cannot deny it because we can recognize it by your shells. You know, they go around. That's how we identify. And who's here for the very first time, not afraid to say, yeah, there you are. Well, we know something about you. Thank you for letting us know about him, especially because, no, actually not. But we do know something about you, so shall we let them know? You are magnificent.
You are magnificent.
And I know you already know that, but I'm going to tell you how we found out. Because we looked in the mirror and we went, whoa, I'm magnificent. And then we looked at you and it was like this mirror thing, and we're just magnificent. So I think we should all say, well, it together. I am magnificent. And if you think that's something, there's some new people online, because how do I know? Because we have new technology now. So we get to see what everybody's doing in their homes as they watch this.
Put your clothes on.
Where'd everybody go? Where'd everybody go? Wait. I'm kidding. But we do know something about you, too. You are magnificent. Now, I don't care where you look to your left, to your right. Let somebody know how magnificent they are. You're magnificent, Mary. You're magnificent. Karen.
Magnificent.
And these two, Kyle, Evans, and Luis, they're magnificent. And I feel like I'm born to be wild, man.
You are.
It's our month of adventure.
Our theme, adventure.
Are you praying in or am I?
Head on a highway, looking for adventure. Well, whatever comes our way, yeah. Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of your guns at once and explode into space like a true nature's child. We were born to be wild. We can climb so high, I never wanna die. Come on. Born to be wild. Born to be wild.
Is this me right now? Is it?
I like
Yes.
smoking lightning. Hey, every metal thunder racing with the wind, and the feeling that I'm under. Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world in a love embrace. Fire all your guns at once and explode into space like a true nature's child. And we were born to be wild. We can climb so high, never wanna die. Sing it with me. Born to be wild. Born to be wild. Woo! Born to be wild.
Wow. And I've only been gone a week. My goodness. So what I know right here in this wonderful, wild moment is that each and every one of us are born from a place of love. And that is wild. And I just love this entire experience that is happening right here and right now with this beautiful music that is giving me that incredible flashback to that times in San Francisco, Winterland. Yes. If you weren't there, it's okay because I'm there right here, right now with you. So what I know is that I am celebrating life today. I know that each and every one of us that are in this room is the celebration of God, good itself. Doesn't care what you call it because it's everything. It's the cosmos. us. It's everything, seen and unseen. And that is good news because it's living right here in my heart, right here in each and every one of our hearts, everyone online. And I am so blessed. I am so grateful. And so as we know that we go forward from this place of absolute truth, we go from this place of the beat of life that is always celebrating. And we just let that be so. And I release it as the law, as together we say, and so it is.
Like a true nature's child, we were born to be wild. We can climb so high, I never wanna die. Come on. Born to be wild. Born to be wild. Oh, born to be wild. Born to be wild.
I think you're it, honey. So, yes, she is. So where's your mic? That's a good question. Awkward pause. Let's put it back over there. I think it's better over there. We're going to give this over to you, so you have it over there, okay? Because you're going to need it later. All right. So
Here we are.
here we are to continue on our journey and our journey of adventure. We are so excited to, for the very first time, to invite up another one of our practitioner interns to lead us in our meditation and spiritual mind treatment, Peggy Jerry. Thank you.
Welcome.
Honey, I don't know where it is. I didn't see the candle.
Anyway, if you're here for the first time,
Don't
we've
start
been
yet,
here
Peggy.
for 9 years. But anybody who can find me a lighter would be lovely at some point.
Thank you, Sue Buckley.
Thanks. Anyway, I'll light it as we.
No,
Well.
wait. Oh, she's not going to be able to find one. Okay. There she goes. Sue Buckley comes to the rescue.
Give it up for Sue. Like I said, we were only gone a week.
All is well. Peggy will take us into her beautiful, beautiful calming spirit.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy. It's all right.
So as we begin, I just want you to all sit back in your seats and close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, and take a deep breath. And I'm just going to give you a seed thought to begin with. It's a quote by Joseph Campbell. We must be willing to let go of the life we planned as to have the life that is waiting for us. I know there is a presence, an energy, a power that moves and breathes through everything, everybody, everywhere, at all times. The presence of divine intelligence, the energy of universal consciousness, and the power of love. This power, The love is the oneness of spirit, the wholeness of all creation, the source of all. Because this source is of one mind and one universal connection, I know this power is in me, as me, all around me. This is the power of spirit that permeates every aspect of life, from my thought to my reality. This wisdom of my knowingness is always evolving for my highest good. I know that this goodness and grace is in my life right now and expresses through me in my words, my actions, and my intentions. As individualized expressions of Source, I know you all are expressions of this wholeness of Source that is peace, love, and joy. The goodness and grace of Spirit unfolds perfectly in all of life right now. There is clarity, not confusion. There's assurance, not apprehension. There is faith, not fear. Thoughts of harmony and trust in the divine create perfect balance and assurance that life is unfolding perfectly. There is peace within knowing that Spirit is the source of all divine right action. There is joy within knowing harmony and happiness is the manifestation of Spirit in action. There is love expressed in all relationships, knowing these relationships are the path of our spiritual growth. There is abundance in finances, energy, and motivation, a belief and faith in the divine that creates a consciousness of perfect health. Knowingness is the inner wisdom that is the guidance and the direction for all of life. I am so grateful for the peace that is within us all. I am so grateful for the faith and the belief that we live our lives of possibilities without limitations. I am so grateful for the knowingness that guides and directs life. Divine right action unfolds perfectly in divine right timing as I release my word as law, knowing it is already done as we affirm together, and so it is.
Pai aku i Kaua'i Ilau hoi mai na wa'a Pai aku i Kaua'i Ua i ke aluia E holo mua i ke aluia Hana i ke aluia E holo mua i ke aluia E lau hoi mai na wa'a Pai aku i Kaua'i Ilau hoi mai na wa'a Pai aku i Kaua'i Ilau lima pukako Ilau lima pukako Aholono I ka hoe Don't stop. Keep going. Elohim mainava kaya kuika aina Elohim mainava kaya kuika aina
Right now. Thank you, Kyle.
Nice.
So I would like a moment of silence for the people of Russia and Ukraine that are in conflict right now, and the rest of any country that's affected by this, knowing that as we stay in this consciousness of peace, that we're radiating that out into the world for solutions and for love to rise. So let's just take a moment of silence for that. Thank you very much. So I know right here and right now that the power and presence of love, divine intelligence, is greater than anything. As Henry Stone said, love is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. And so I know as we gather here right now in that force of love, in that force of peace, in that force of divine intelligence, that it is felt everywhere. That hearts are softened, that courage is mustered, that whatever is needed is made available right here and right now. So I stay in that consciousness of good, of love, and I am grateful to be joined by these great souls in this room and other great souls all over the world to know that peace does prevail. Peace does prevail right here, right now. I am grateful, and so it is.
So it is.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay, so
Now we have your favorite
time, right?
game show. Hello, everyone. I just want to stop for just 1 second and look out at this. I turned it off. Hello?
It's on.
I'm on. It's my secret little way of putting my hand in my pocket and boom, I'm here. Anyway, it just looks so beautiful to see the chairs are rearranged just a tad. And I know you've all had your lovely time of putting your feet out and having all of this lounging for the last 2 years. But I just want to say that this is so beautiful to see you slowly but surely getting tighter and tighter where it's always going to be beautiful. But anyway, I just wanted to stop and recognize this as we get closer and closer to, well, we're here. Yeah. It almost looks like that day. Yeah.
So as Reverend Diane started our month last month, our month of adventure, we're going to continue that all month long. And so we're going to invite Peggy up here
To play that famous
to play
game.
our famous game,
Stump the Practitioner. There. Where we ask those difficult questions that no one else wants to answer. We call up our practitioners.
Practitioner intern. And just so you know, Peggy will be going through her licensing exam in April, and along with the others, and she will do her panels in June or July. We haven't decided yet, and then she will be a licensed practitioner. So right now,
There we go. And with that introduction, we have a great question for you, since you were talking about the end of it.
And since we're talking about adventures, we wanted you to just share a little bit about your practitioner studies adventure.
Talk about an adventure. It started in 6 months into COVID. We started the classes, and it was really kind of, you just never know from month to month, how is this all going to work? But it unfolded. There were many challenges, many unfoldings. Probably the thing that impressed me most was the first year when I really kind of explored my beliefs and my thoughts and these things that I've had in my mind for years and years without even questioning them. And then I began to look at them and realize, like, wow, those things don't really work in my life anymore. I got to let them go, but I didn't even know they were there in the first place. So it was an uncovering and a discovery. And, of course, it's come today till I'm standing up in front of all of you. That's the risk part of adventure. But I'm very, very glad to be on this journey, and knowing that I'm awakening and evolving and being part of the whole.
That was beautiful. Good job.
Nice job.
You don't have to take your licensing exam now. No, just kidding.
Wrong. No. But on that same note, everyone loves tools to work with and steps to do they not? Or at least they did all through the motivational self-help world that I've come from too. What are some of the tools that you use on your adventure when things are not running as smoothly as we would like them to be?
Probably my most powerful and important spiritual tool that I use is the spiritual mind treatment, because I can incorporate that at any time, in any situation. It takes me from a place of probably feeling very anxious or not sure to being grounded and being connected. And I know that the spiritual mind treatment is just not, I use it starting my day, getting in the car, any situation, a conversation on the phone, that might be any situation that comes up, but it's also a tool that I can use for other people as well. And it's just not a hard thing to learn to do. Anybody can do it.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Beautiful. That was the right answer.
And this is how powerful Ms. Jerry is that we were supposed to be gone this weekend, as some of you know, or don't. If you don't, I just told you, we were going to be gone this weekend. And I said, we're going to miss Peggy. Oh, no, we wanted to be there for her. And here we are. You are very powerful, Peggy Jerry.
Be a little more gentle on me next time.
Yes, a little more.
No.
Let's give Peggy
That was a joke.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All right. I think Kyle has a song for us. Oh, no.
Oh, back, Peggy.
Right. Peggy, come on back for the affirmation.
It's the affirmation, of course.
Thank you, Kyle.
Just so you guys, if you're here for the first time, this is not a rare moment in our life.
This happens every Sunday.
Okay.
It
It's over
wasn't
here.
for Kyle.
I know.
Kyle's our affirmation reminder man. Thank
I
you.
can repeat it twice.
So I'll repeat it. I'll say it once, and then we'll repeat it twice.
Great.
I am living a powerful and loving adventure.
I am living a powerful and loving adventure.
I am
living a powerful and loving adventure. And so it
So
is.
it is.
Okay. Go for it, Kyle.
Well, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. And all of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. And look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Thank you.
I can see clearly now.
Yeah.
Rita, Reverend Rita can see clearly now too as well, right? So just to make us smile about your situation that you overcame, of course. But we are going to, Patrick, you want to lead us?
I was thinking, it's your birthday.
It is my birthday. My birthday was actually yesterday.
It doesn't matter. It's all
But there was
month
another
long.
birthday too, and I want to celebrate.
Just
Margaret
take it
too.
in.
All right, I'll
Just
take it in.
take it in. All right, ready? So take it all, say nothing, and accept it all.
All right.
Ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Rita. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you. So great, because one of my quotes today was that you can change the trend of causation at any moment when you decide to do so, and this is just to show you can have a birthday redo, no matter what happens, and that's what we claimed for today. And for those of you who don't know, last Friday, I'm not going to go into a long story about it, but last Friday. When was that? The 4th? I went for a routine eye exam at Costco. Yay, Dr. Chang. He's a miracle worker. He is a wonderful man, and so is his wife. Anyway, and I found out I had a torn retina. And so, unfortunately, we don't have retina specialists on the island of Kauai. So he's like, you got to go now. And I go, now? Patrick's coming with the birthday cake. And so, yeah, you got to go now. And I said, can I wait till after next week? Because I'm going to Waimea Cottages and it's my birthday. And he goes, no, you got to go now. So I called Reverend Diane on the phone and I said, treat to her. And she treated. And then it rippled out into our practitioner corps and friends and so many people that were treating for me. And I just want to say how much that means and how when you're in a situation like that and you know that there's people holding light for you and people holding energy for you, it carries you through. Because sometimes when you're in a situation, you can't do it yourself. You just can't. And I'm pretty powerful, but when I can call out to other powerful people and say, just know with me and carry me through this, and they do, it's amazing. So for any of you that have situations in your life, the power of spiritual mind treatment is amazing, and it works. And I want to say thank you for that to everybody, to our practitioner corps and to all the other people that were praying for me, including my family and everyone else. So it's all good. So I could stand up here probably for a few hours and tell you about my wonderful journey, but I'm just going to focus on a few little things. And I called it my hero's journey, and I wrote about it in my blog a little bit because in a hero's journey, there's a whole bunch of steps, but the three I want to focus on is the separation and the initiation and the return. And this is Joseph Campbell stuff. And separation for me is like all of a sudden you get hoisted out of your environment. And I know Patrick's going to talk more about this too. You're going along in your ordinary life and you get just hoisted out by something. Just your ordinary life is no longer your ordinary life. You're being called to an adventure of some kind. And you can resist the call or you can go with it. And one of the powerful things about this teaching is you don't have to, I resisted for a moment, obviously. You don't have to resist it because you have all the power with you to carry you through your journey, right? So, but being hoisted out of your environment puts you like in for me, it put me in a survival mode at first. And survival mode is actually really powerful because it's our instinctual mode, the saber-toothed tiger thing, when we're in danger, we start to run and so that we'll be safe. So we just do whatever we have to do to get where we're going to go to be safe, right? And one of the things they know in science now is if most people are in that mode all the time, and there's always a saber-toothed tiger out there. And that's why a lot of people, and a lot of us get stressed because we're constantly in that mode. But in this moment, that's the mode I was in. I was in I didn't even know I was in it. But so my instinct takes over. And it's like, you got to do this. You got to get the center together. So that's all happening. But fortunately, we had a beautiful team of doctor and his wife, nurse, receptionist, who did the other part for us, made the hotel and all that. So that was, oh my God, there's such beautiful people there. Just beautiful. Anyway, so we're in survival mode. So there we are. We're on the adventure. And then you go into the adventure. And for me, it was having this eye surgery. And just so you know, it doesn't hurt at all. It sounds awful, but the doctor kept saying to me, you're going to feel a prick here. You're going to get an ice cream freeze. And I was like, really? And I didn't. But then I have my husband over there treating for me. And he's like, the doctor's like, are you afraid of needles? And Patrick's like, well, I'm just going to close my eyes and pray. And he goes, and I'm going to pray for you too, he said to the doctor. And the doctor looked at him like, thank you. And he really meant it. And that was Dr. Wee in Oahu. So there we were. And what can I say? I'm not really good at laying on my side, as you can well imagine. And to tell you the truth, I had this experience 10 years ago, the same exact experience with my retina, but it was on the other side. And I was in a highly stressed situation at the time, and I was looking for escape. And what the law does, it's very exact. It gives you exactly what you want at the level of your belief. It doesn't really, unless you're totally perfectly intending, which sometimes we're not. And I have to say that time, all I wanted was escape from what I was in. And that this time, baby, whose baby is that? Sweet baby. I don't want to distress the baby. Okay. So, and then this time, I think, I was planning to go to the Waimea cottages, right? To get away from my stress. Okay. There's a little repetition here, right? And because I kept saying, why am I having this same thing happen to me again? Because it happened before and I thought I got through it. But when I actually had a chance to lay on my side for, a week, with my head like this, only on my left side, and if you don't see me dancing today, it's because I have this bubble in my eye and I'm not allowed to bounce it. But I've embraced my bubble because it's actually holding everything in place until the bubble goes away. And so I was trying to resist the bubble, but I was like, no, this bubble is your friend. So just love the bubble. So so I love you, bubble. Okay. Anyway, but what was I going to say? So I was going to the Waimea cottages to get away from stress, right? That's crazy. But you know what? In reality, I don't think I would have had what I know about myself and about this teaching and about what we experience is we're going to repeat the lesson until we get it. And if I had gone to the Waimea cottages, because I go, why didn't I get to go to the Waimea? I would not have learned the lessons that I learned with this experience. And this time, I totally got it. I say that, but I do totally say it with a resonance in my whole body that I got it, that I released it. And I've already started to act upon it because I've had many opportunities to pull back and not. And that is my sense that I have to have control. I have to have control. This is my belief because I do my Joe Dispenza stuff. And he has a meditation where you release the belief that you want to release with a power and a magnitude that it will never come back again. I had a belief that I have to do it. I have to do it, and it's not mean, but I have to do it because I'm the only one that can get it right. And that's the way, and it wasn't nasty, it was just like, it was like a strong, like, I got to do it because I'm the only one that can get it right. And yeah, it was strong. I'm not even going to give myself an excuse. It was a strong thing. Like, I'm like, I got to get it. I got to do it. I got to get it right. So what's the opposite belief? The opposite belief is I can let go. I have support. Things always get done in the best and perfect way. That's the opposite belief. And that was what I learned on this, that I had that belief and I needed to let it go. And I didn't last time this happened to me. The law responded to me in the most familiar way that it could to get my attention. So I've had many opportunities over the last week to let go. And Angela has felt them. The first one was, I'm not even going into what they all were, but every time I found myself wanting to go and go, no, I need to get that done, I'd say, no, you're going to let it go to Angela or to whoever, and they will get it done, and it will be perfect. And if it's not perfect, that's okay too. One of my friends told me that they're never going to do it the way you want it done, but that's okay. You can let go. But if I have the affirmation and the treatment that everything gets done perfectly in the perfect time, and I can let go and surrender, then it opens the whole field up to unlimited possibilities. So that was the lesson that I took, the gift, like, the hero goes into their initiation or their descent into the adventure, and they come out with a gift, and that was a gift, and I'm telling you, it feels so good. It feels so good. And what I know, because I said to myself, I can't continue like this. I would rather not be in CSL Kauai than to continue the way I'm continuing. And that's pretty dramatic. For me, that's dramatic. For me to say, I'm willing to walk away because I don't want to live my life like this anymore. And the only way I can stay is to let go and to let other people join forces and do what they do. And one of the biggest things for us was 9 years I've been the administrator of this church, the center, and that's a lot. I was doing everything with Patrick. I'm so grateful to just relinquish it and to not be involved. Of course I'm involved, but now I get to do more of what I love to do, which is to stand up here and talk, to write, to teach the best classes I can teach, to counsel people and help them, and not. So it's so powerful to know what you know and to know that you can let go, and and things are going to be all right. Because when you truly trust the principle, which is the principle that God is in everything, and God is everything, and God is all powerful, and God is right here within me, and it's within each and every person, and that when I speak my word, it has to come back to me perfectly, according to my belief. When you know that, like your whole life opens up. And then the other thing is walking through this with that knowing, like, I don't think about, like, I don't really focus a lot on my physical body when I'm in a situation like this. I look for the metaphors. I'm always looking for the metaphors. I'm always looking for the metaphysical reasons why things happen. Not to blame myself or condemn myself, but to get more understanding of myself. So I just know, no matter what, I could walk through pretty much anything. I think I can walk through anything, and I'd be okay, because I have. And I have such great mentors and people around me who have walked through things. I'm looking out at some of those people right now that have walked through difficult times in their life, and they've known who they were, and they've been able to just walk through it. And I know that's the truth. And I know that we're not left here by ourselves to just struggle and strain and try to figure things out. But we got to be willing to go the distance. We got to be willing to take spirit with us and to move with spirit as spirit, so that we, no matter what's in front of us, I think I said it the week before this happened, I said, when things bump into us, we're ready to meet them because we're prayed up. And so there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. And I'm thinking about the people of Ukraine and of Russia and all that's going on, and I'm like, what can we do for them? The best thing we can do for them, like I said last time, unless we're going to pick up a weapon and go there, the best thing we can do is hold our own consciousness at that highest place, and then follow it, and we'll be told what we can do. We'll be told. I'm not going to get political. If it's that we have to pay more for gas, what a small price to pay to help people. And I don't know all the politics of everything, but I just know that's one thing I can do. And I can keep my consciousness high, and I can stop complaining, and I can walk through with spirit. And so I just invite you all, no matter what's going on in your life, to know that you're powerful and that you have everything that you could ever require. You were not dropped here on earth to struggle and strain. You were dropped here to be powerful and to lift the consciousness and lift our evolution to the next level. And I know that's what we're doing right now. And these things that are happening still that seem like negativity and evil and all of that, it's just the last gasp of dying fear. That's what Donna Michael would call it, the last gasp of a dying fear, because it can't survive anymore. And the more of us that get that love in our hearts for each other and for our lives, the more it's going to go away, because it can't sustain. Love is more powerful, and I just know that's the truth. So thank you so much for everything, and we're all on a hero's journey. We're continually on a hero's journey, no matter what. It starts, it stops, it goes, it doesn't ever stop. It starts and it transforms and it evolves, and it's constantly, we're all in different places in it. And, you could do a whole series. I think he did, didn't he? On the hero's journey. So you're all heroes in your own journey. So thank you. And I'm so grateful. Aloha. Thank you. I love you guys.
I have often dreamed of a far off place where heroes welcome be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face. A voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I'll be there someday, and I can go the distance. I will find my way if I can be strong. I know every mile be worth the while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong. Down an unknown road to embrace my fate. The road may wander, it would lead me to you. And 1,000 years would be worth the wait. Would take a lifetime, but somehow I'll see it through. And I won't look back. I can go the distance. I'll stay right on track. No, I won't accept defeat. It's an uphill slope. I won't lose hope till I go the distance and my journey is complete. Like a shooting star, I will go the distance. I will search the world, and I will face its harms. I don't care how far. I can go the distance till I find my heroes welcome waiting in your arms. Like a shooting star, I will go the distance. I will search the world, and I will face its harms. I don't care how far. I can go the distance till I find my heroes welcome waiting in your arms.
Oh, you did it.
Come here. Yeah, babe. Kyle LeBenz. Wow. Oh. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, we do ask you to go to the distance sometimes, and it's sometimes I like the I think it was Bob Proctor talks about the terror barrier, going past, that comfort that which we all are always doing, and it just makes me feel very emotional because as I sit here almost 2 years. We were with when Rita's birthday was 2 years ago, we were at the Hukilau. You guys know the Hukilau. And we said to the waiter, what's going on here? It's feeling strange. And then 3 days later, we were shut down. And so it's been 2 years, and we've all gone the distance. More than we even thought maybe perhaps that we could do, but we did it. And I just want to take that moment to really recognize how proud I am of all of us adjusting to a craziness that needs no more talk of it. Yeah, it's just, wow, 2 years. I mean, just to think that, and that's why it's so great, because this is the 13th, and on the 15th was a Sunday, and I remember Natalie was there, and we were all going, I guess we're not going to be coming back for a while. And we stayed within that power that we are. And I said, someday I will see this room full again. And thank you for all of the incredible support. So the hero's journey, well, I guess we all pretty much know what that's about, the hero's journey. But this song really touches me. Wow, I was thinking, it says, down an unknown road to embrace my fate. And though we don't believe in fate in this particular science of mind, in the fate that means that something's predestined. Sometimes if we don't make decisions, then our destiny does get faded out to us. But we don't believe in fate like I came here and this has to be, and it's the same thing with karma. Karma is a tendency to be going in a certain direction. And the beauty about karma is that in any moment I get the opportunity to change that. And that's why I'm in love with this particular science, and all the mystics have been that too, that you're not predestined to anything, not even a disease. A disease is just a tendency that you could do that because a few of your family in the past have done it too. But that doesn't mean it's you, because we are that type of freedom. Down the road, yes, and I won't look back. I'll go the distance. It's that looking back that kicks my spiritual butt every single time, right? Going back, looking back, and as I look further back, that's where I go, is back. So I love this whole idea. This is from Hercules, in case you were wondering. We watched it last night. Hercules, in honor of you, sir. And we were just watching this incredible, the myths that Campbell so much based almost all of his work on, these wonderful mythical characters and archetypes. And Hercules was interesting because something that stood out for me in the movie was he finally got what he wanted, and that's to be accepted as a god. And it's great here at Centers for Spiritual Living because you already walk in as God. So there's nothing you have to get. We already are that. But he had to go prove that to himself and prove that he could do earthly the same as they did, in the heavens or whatever you want to call it. And he had to prove himself. And he wouldn't be satisfied until he did. And then what happens in all good stories? He meets a girl. Those Disney people. He meets a girl, but I like her though because she's kind of like trickery. And she's up with the devil and blah, 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 this whole mythical thing. And so what does he do? He falls in love with her. Gee, what a surprise ending. But he falls in love with her. But what's interesting is that she was actually working on the other side and kind of set him up a little bit. But then when she set him up, she fell in love with him. Go figure. So she fell in love with him. But what I love is that she threw herself into this dangerous situation that allowed her to die. And so he was holding her, of course, very dramatic moments. And they go to this place where your soul has to spin around for a while, right? Very fun. But it's spinning around, so he had to go save her soul. And they said, you're never going to be able to do it. So now you don't have to watch a movie because I'm spoiling it all for everybody. So he jumped in this thing, and then the evil character is saying, you'll never do it. And what does he say about his heart? What does he say about his heart? He says, but to look beyond the glory is the hardest part. That's the ego. For a hero's strength is measured by his heart. It's measured by his heart. So you can't fight that. You can't fight that. He went in and his heart was so much in love that his love led the way. And he, just before they were about to cut that cord, the one that you ain't coming back with, they were about to, the music is going. And then he's like this, no. And then his heart comes out and he touches it. And they can't cut the cord. And he takes her little beautiful soul and he returns it to her body. Thank you. I'm here all week, and I like, as I reenact the whole Hercules for you, sir. But that's the whole beauty, and what it made me think of in that moment was we're constantly returning ourselves to ourselves. I'm constantly returning my soul to who I am. I'm constantly having to make that decision about returning that. We were talking the other day, some of us in our little circle, wherever that may have been, and we were talking about, because really in the journey you're going to the death of yourself, are you not? It's like a part of you is dying. And we were talking about this whole idea of death, and I'm not so afraid to die, just to throw that out on it, just to perk everybody up for a minute. I'm not so afraid to die, but I certainly want to know why I want to live. To me, that's the question that I ask anyone when I'm with someone in a hospital, I'm with somebody who's making a transition, I'm with someone who's very unhappy with this thing called life. And I said, I'm not so interested in all of the other. Let's talk for a minute. Why do you want to live? And that's a question that's really down to the core of your being. Because when you find out why you want to live, instead of just that's just how it is, I just want to live, there's so much more to that. I want to live. I want to go on the hero's journey. My journey to me is, how do I go through life afraid at times and let fear sometimes engulf me? Like this one, there's one thing I want to say about fear is that, the Costco story is fabulous, and everything we do in our life, by the way, is a talk. I mean, we look for a message and a metaphor in everything. But what I know is that when Rita gets hurt, I get afraid. Because not only about loving, but it takes time. You have to look at yourself. And Rita does all the cooking, man. And so there's, this week was a whole nother world. It was like, and everybody, are you okay with it? Of course I can cook. That's why she had the beautiful Ron Stover go make a turkey. And that's why she had and so what I learned about the fear, I took care of her perfectly. But what I've learned, my biggest lesson from this week, is that until you make a decision, a definite decision for your journey, it will never begin. And it can't just be a decision, like that would be nice, and I think I'll do that, which I've done. A definite one that says, no matter what, I will go the distance, no matter what. And the no matter what is always there. And that's what always I'm looking at, going, no matter what, because it's great to make a decision, is it not? And then all of a sudden the first little obstacle, I knew I shouldn't have done it. And then you walk away. No, I don't care what that looks like. And that's the addition to part of the story that was so powerful. It changed my life. That's why I wrote, the journey that we want to take cannot begin until a definite decision is made. So you go in and you face your fears like Hercules. I keep looking at you like you're Hercules, but you're Hercules. So we get over there, and she was absolutely right. We were spinning, and it wasn't, and I can see now how victim mentality can occur. Because when you're thrown in a survival, and then you start to kind of relax, it's very difficult. And I have to really tell you about the hotel we ended up in, because it changed my life. It changed my life. Betty Davis would say, this is a dump. But she would even be more. I love that side of me. It just comes out random. Think first, no filter. But this place, what happened was we were so tired, and then Rita's like this, trying to get into it. And you knew the minute the Uber driver, there was construction everywhere around. Oh, my whole little being said, this is not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. And so I said, but it's okay. I'll just treat. And we go in there, and here's this under construction. And my metaphor hit. My consciousness is under construction for sure right now. So we go in there, and it was a cold feeling. It was like, yes, can we check in early? $65. Yes, you may. And I'm still looking, oh my God, we're in a dump. I just feel it. But it's okay. It may not be. Do you have a restaurant? Yes, right over there. It was a Chinese restaurant, which was wonderful. Maybe. So anyway, my whole thing is my energy level, my barometer, as Esther Hicks would say, feel good, feel bad. It was not feeling good. So we get in there, and it was like doing a movie. It was like, the drug den. And I mean, that's how it felt. And it was very, very weird. And I'm going, don't judge, don't judge, don't judge. Minister alert, don't judge, don't judge, don't judge. So the only thing she could do, so I'm laying in the bed, we're laying in the bed, and we're going, my goodness, 3 days. 3 days. And it's about like this, bed, shower, and the whole thing. And I go, okay, so where's the first class consciousness that I left with? It wasn't there. And then I said, don't judge, don't judge. So here we go. I'm sitting there. Finally, I said, let me take a walk around. At least there'll be something. There wasn't anything for miles. And it was hot, and I walked back, and she's on the bed, and I'm looking, and I went, no matter what. And we both looked at each other, and I said, no, we're out of here. We're done. She's like, we're done. I said, like, now? So we called a very good friend and asked for some suggestions about how to get out. I'm not kidding you. It felt, I know it's dramatic, and I know you find that hard for me, but it was dramatic. It felt like we were doing a prison break, and I am not kidding you. We were like, if we can just call. So we called this glorious, glorious friend and said, where could we go? Anywhere. We have 3 days to be laid up like this. And she not only suggested that, but also they were beautiful enough to give us their timeshare for this month and send us over to the Wyndham Hotel. But that's another thing. So here what happened though, but that's not the part like, oh, we went from here to there. Here's what the lesson was for me. It took me changing my consciousness, no matter what. If they're going to charge the full amount, which they really do want to do, that we paid, fine, do it. And then we had this, and then out of the blue, we were just getting suggestions, and she was like, oh no, I got a place for you to go. When do you want to go? And Rita's, no. And so we go there, and at prison break, I go, I'm going to be leaving the hotel to the, really, you just checked in. I know. Run, Rita, run, just go to the door, the Uber, grab the Uber, and I'll jump in the back. So we ended up leaving, but what happened was, it was so clear, the consciousness. I was in survival, and my survival turned my being and my consciousness into victim. And I went, oh, well, this is how it is, I guess, there's Rita, I'll take care of her, we'll eat Chinese food till Tuesday morning, and that'll be fine because there's nowhere to go. So we get there, and I'm not kidding you. They let us out, and I swear my look, I haven't been out the island for a while, so I look kind of like, look, I felt like Gomer Pyle from, if you guys remember, he was like, look at all the people. And I was like, oh my God, it was so weird. It's like, there's restaurants, and I was buzzed. I go, Rita, this is really exciting. And she's going, you like the city? And I go, yeah. So we end up going. There's a spiritual point to this for you newcomers. So we go in there, and all of a sudden, I'm like walking like I just came out of a shell shock, you know. Hello, I'm here to check in, still thinking they're going to go, you don't have a reservation. No, anyway, we do. And they said, would you care for some water while you wait? Like right there? I swear to you, I've been to nice places, but I felt like I had never been anywhere in my life. Look at, honey, water. They're offering us water. And so they take us up to the 12th, the top floor. There's nowhere else to go but the 12th. And I just walked in, and it wasn't that I went, oh, goody, I'm in first class. Well, I was doing that because I still was walking and going, look. Because right before I left, just a note, before I left the beautiful hotel over by the airport, I took a shower, and the thing came off and knocked me into the head. And they had a $250 deposit. And I go, I'm going to end up picking this up. So anyway, I promise you there's an ending. So we go there, and that was my lesson. We walked in, I got her settled, and I walked out in the streets. I was just telling someone this morning, I was like, look at restaurants. I could have a choice and their ABC stores look like a mall. And I went, you know what? You love the country, but you might need to get out just a little bit more, Patrick. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more traveling. Yeah. So that was my lesson for our trip, was that when Rita and I made that definite decision, that we said no matter what, we're out of here. What happened is the entire universe came in to not only help us, to match our consciousness. Because I said no to that, and we didn't go yes to this hotel. No, I just said no, and I said yes. So I think that that's the real lesson in consciousness, is to say no, perhaps, but you have to say yes. You have to say yes. No, that's not satisfactory. Yes, I don't know what it is, but I know that I'll go the distance. And there you are. Didn't you feel like you were actually on the trip with us? Didn't you feel the bed? Didn't you feel? Yes, she's going, yes, I did. You were with me. You saw the water and all of that. So I want to leave you with a wonderful quote from the owners of the hotel that I stayed in. No, no refund. But guess what? They did refund one of the nights. That was very nice. They said, no, we're not going to. And I said, do you know what consciousness is? So here's from our wonderful Ernest Holmes. You know, sometimes I walk up here and I go, you're going to just be very deep today. And let them see the very deep side of Patrick. And you do, but I always have to, right? Right? Yeah. Okay. When one separates himself from the divine fire, this sums this up beautifully. When one separates himself from the divine fire, he becomes an isolated spark. We are strong only when united with life. As soon as our consciousness is detached from our spiritual wholeness, we can no longer draw from the inexhaustible reservoir of eternal existence. So we become exhausted. There is nothing to fall back on. But guess what? That's an isolated spark. It doesn't say that the spark goes out, the fire goes out. The fire never goes out. Your fire never goes out. We might isolate by our separation. We might even take a trip to victim world. We might even go to that hotel. We might go there. But that was an isolated spark, and all that we needed to do was to fan that beautiful flame that was inside of us. And more, we made decisions and said, I know who I am, I know who I am, I know who I am. The flame got bigger and bigger and bigger and took us all the way to the 12th floor. Did I mention the 12th floor? I'm so glad to be out of that room. I just want somebody hold me. No, but this is the exact truth. We are never isolated. It never goes out. We are always the fire of spirit. I love you. And so it is. Namaste.
With humor, that's, I know humor got me through my childhood. My sister and I, we just have a laugh all the time. So as the Malama team comes forward, thank you so much for supporting Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. Thank you for everybody online. Your donations go out to keep this center going strongly and spread our word into the world, and also giving to the community. That's what we do. So thank you, Sue, and thank you. I'm grateful.
Now we get to go back to kind of passing it down and passing it over, doing whatever the...
Yeah. Where are we? Here. Kids.
All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. So I lift up my hands now, I open my heart. My gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
And I bless the collection today from the center and for all the donations online, knowing that this gift goes out to support the CSL Kauai Center.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I think
And I just want to add, actually, it's great that what we do here at the center, if you're new or if you don't remember, is that we kind of twice give here. Whatever we get, it goes out 10% to our community, or a group or something that I know needs that we know needs nurturing. So it's kind of like double given.
Yes. Yes. This last week we gave to the Pride Day.
Which is
they need
happening
funds.
June 4th.
Yeah, June 4th.
June 4th.
Yay.
It's oh.
We're going to have a beautiful float.
And
I don't know
also-
if we're going to have a float or we're going to have a
Whatever, they haven't
stand.
decided
Whatever we have,
which
we'll
way
have
they're
it.
going to go with that. But we also are a safe home as well for the community, for the gay community, because if any, like especially for teens that are going through anything, that we have numbers, Rev Diane's numbers on there, that they know that there's a place that supports the community. And so that they know that if they ever have anything that they need, they just call the number and knows that CSL Kauai is supporting them and it will be their foundation. So I'm really proud of us continuing to reach out.
Yes, to reach out. Come
We
on
have
up,
children?
kids. I think we have kids. We do have kids.
They were early this time, I see.
Where's their microphone? I'm going to give them this one. This Janice.
Hey.
Hi, Beckham. Hi. There you are.
Yay, good morning, everybody.
We have another little one coming up here.
This is Aurora, Arya's sister.
Yes. We had an awesome time being creative today and talking about how magnificent we are from birth all the way up to 100. And we read a story and sang a song, and then they made some really cool art and representations. I'll let them share.
This I made for my whole entire family. I drew it all by myself.
All right.
And then this one is for my mom because it's her birthday today. I said love.
Christine.
A lot of birthdays in March.
We must have left the other one outside. Yes, it's okay though.
I made all the fun things that happened in my life. Okay.
Yes.
I also made all the things that happened in my life, and I started drawing this one.
Oh, nice.
I draw a card, but she has it. And then these.
We definitely need that.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yay.
Great. Thank you, Miss Janice.
Thank you. Let's give them their blessing. You,
You
are
are
amazing.
amazing.
You
You
are
are
perfect. You are magnificent.
and
And
we
we
love
love
you.
you. Yay.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. It's so cute. You're so adorable.
He
So
goes, I'm out of here.
I think I might have said this before. I'll say it again though. But Jamie is in our one of our practitioner interns too, and Aurora comes to class every because we do. She comes to us on Zoom because. And Aurora's always there, and whenever Jamie's asked to treat, Aurora starts talking. So she starts going, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," and I'm like, this kid is just going to be, between being in the womb and then being in practitioner class, she'll be the youngest practitioner ever. So
Yes, her first words will be, this is what I know.
yeah.
I am. And so it is.
Anyway, it's a beautiful thing. So we have just a few announcements. I think that's what I'm up to.
Yes.
Well, first of all, if anyone needs spiritual mind treatment for anything, if something came up for you today, our practitioners are available. Roseanne and Rob back there, and Reverend Diane is here today. So
And
they'll
Peggy's
and-
one,
yeah,
Yeah, everybody's.
yeah, everybody's here. So you can ask them, if just come up to them, and they'll just do a treatment with you. They're not. It's not going to be a session. It's going to take a couple of minutes. If there's just something you want to know the truth about, and you can also put it in the request box over there, and it will go into the ministry of prayer. Let's see, spiritual economics, since we couldn't teach it last week, we will be teaching it Wednesday night. For those of you that are in that class, it will, we'll finish the last class on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock.
And it's always filmed. Thank you, Rob. He films it, so even if you miss one or you want to have it, you can order it, and then the last two, get the two, and then come on the third one. We always make that available for you.
And then the Sacred Healing Circle will be on Tuesday, the 29th of March. Mark your calendar, 6:30. And
This is the next Sunday.
yes, next Sunday. You want to tell them?
Yeah, new member celebration. We all know what that is, don't we? You get a little something, something, and you stand up here, and we all sing to you.
We
and
haven't had one in a while.
We haven't had
so-
one in a while, and what that means is that's people that have newly signed up to be a member of CSL Kauai, and what that means is just to support by your incredible consciousness, because we're all about consciousness. So if you haven't, see Angela, who's back there in the pretty dress, and she will give you the form. And then next Sunday, if you already have, please be here so we can celebrate you. I think that's it for them, right?
Yes. And then do we want to go into all this?
Well, spiritual cinemas this at the end of the month, and we always have
Miracle
youth
Morning.
and youth game night the last Sunday of the month, and then the ever popular Emma, better known as the Lolita game night, is the first Sunday of every month at 3 o'clock, and it's a really fun.
And we decided to bring back the Four Agreements, that book,
'Cause
that
people have
wonderful
been
book.
asking about it, so we went and got the
we are
books
going to
and-
teach that book starting on March 30th for 4 weeks, 1 week for each chapter. So please join us if you
And
would
all
like.
the sign-ups are back
Yeah,
where
everything's there.
you came in.
And then the Sacred Journey is starting to fill up, the Sacred Journey of the Mystic, which is our 9th annual Sacred Journey. And it's
Wow.
taking place on October 7th through the 15th, and I believe it's the 15th. Starts on October 7th for 7 days. And you can still get into that. And people on island take it too. We get people coming off island, but we only take like 18 to 20 people, that's max. And so
Right,
if it's interesting to you, come talk to us, we'll tell you what it is. And that's it.
And if you're interested in the choir, which is actually
singing next week, right?
And that's the new member thing. So a lot going on. It's at 6:20 for warm up, 6:30, and it's right here at the center, so you can come and be a part of that. Also on the 27th, we're going to I don't know what we're doing yet, but we'll be here because we're celebrating the actual official
Taking
11:59 on Friday, the 25th, that everything's lifted. There are no restrictions about anything. So I just, another word that I just love, no restrictions. It's just, something about it just thrills me. But on the 27th, we're going to have no restrictions. Well, we kind of went a little earlier than everybody, but you know what? Early birds catches something, the worm. So we're kind of already there and everything's fine, but we're going to really officially celebrate it. Things in the window, and we're going to even have maybe a poo-poo or two. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll see.
No restrictions. So the 27th, we're going to party down with it.
All right. I think we're ready to close out.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. People done gone crazy. People done gone mad. People done forgot the superpowers we all have. We were born to love, not hate. We can decide our fate. And look for the good in everyone. Celebrate all our mistakes. There's a silver lining. You still have to find it. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good. Look for the good. Look for the good in everyone.
Oh, I just give great mahalo, great thanks for this beautiful, amazing time that we've had together here. And finding the good in everything is a great thing. And so I know that we all find the good in everything in our life and learn whatever it is we need to learn. I just know that's the truth, and that we are on a spectacular, amazing hero's journey, each and every one of us, and we are deemed successful in every moment. And I give gratitude for so many people today. The Malama team, I believe, was Anna Myers, and no, it wasn't. Who was it? Angela. Who? Sue Wood. Thank you, Sue. You were up here passing the basket. All right, Sue. And who was the other person? Angela. All right. Okay. Sue Wood and Angela. There we go. All right. And Peggy, Jerry. Oh, my God. Thank you very much for your first debut. You were wonderful. And Rob Jones and Jonathan, thank you for your technology and your expertise. And Natalia, our beautiful intern back there, thank you for everything you are doing. To Kyle and Luis, you guys are amazing. And thank you, Kyle, for going the distance. My God, she really did. I loved that. I cried. And Ron Stover, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Leslie, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Charles and Peggy, again. Peggy, are you in the bookstore too? All right. And Roseanne and Kiana. For the and Emma, all these flowers today. It's just like amazing. And my lay, thank you to Gina, and thank you, Kiana, for my lay. I'm so grateful. And Janice for taking our kids today, and for Laura when she takes them, and all the people that in Beth. Thank you for supporting our children. And Yeah, and to Angela for helping me unload the load. Thank you. I'm so grateful. And please have a piece of birthday cake today, all right, everyone? So I just give great mahalo and I just let it all so, and so it is. Lots of thank you.
Everyone is nature, everyone is God, everyone is love and light and vibration. Look for the good, look for the good. Everyone gets mad sometimes, and maybe they should. Look for the good, look for the good. Yeah, look out for all the heroes in your neighborhood. Look for the good, look for the good. Life sure would be sweeter if everybody would look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good, yeah. Look for the good. Look for the good in everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Aloha.
Aloha.
Thank you, thank you. Mahalo.